Hi, I'm Andrea Hoffman alongside head cross-country coach Eric Wymer and two of his runners, Noah Fisher and Landon Armstrong, bringing you an inside look at Oiler cross-country. For the first time in program history, the University of Findlay men's cross-country team has been selected to participate in the NCAA championship as a team. Coach, going into the season, can you talk about your goals and how that maybe has shifted throughout the season and what has got you to this place to compete at nationals?
Yeah, I mean, I think a big thing with our program each year is like we want to continue to improve and compete at the highest level. And in the past couple of years, I think we've had the ability to be really successful, but maybe haven't necessarily got it done. So I think after this spring, we had a conversation with our group and hey, what do we really want to accomplish here, and what does that really look like? So I think through that conversation, these guys took a lot of ownership in that and put in a lot of really hard work this summer and made a lot of sacrifices and a lot of discipline. And I think that at the end of the day, the goal was to make nationals. I think that can be a scary, lofty thing, especially when you've never done it. And it's like, man, what if we come up short, whatever? We want to compete high at the GMAC level too and potentially win that. And that didn't work out, but I think we bounced back really well. So the goal was to get to this point, and it is a scary thing, but I think these guys responded really well, and like I said, made a lot of sacrifices this summer to get to this point.
So Noah, you're no stranger to the national stage. This will be your fourth national competition. But can you talk about what it's like to have your team qualify this year and how it might look a little different for you?
Yeah, it means so much more to do something as a group rather than just being like a solo individual there, and it makes the experience so much better too because no offense, coach.
No.
You're fun to be around, but just having your whole group of friends be there with you at a town that we've never been, and we get to explore and just enjoy the experience as a whole is just going to be a unique experience.
So Landon, you're a younger member of the squad. So how has your training over the past 2 seasons prepared you specifically for this nationals course and competition?
I would say last year, coming in as a freshman, it was just a lot of learning, a lot of new experiences for sure. So last year wasn't my best season, but again, just absorbing everything that I could in preparation for maybe something big that we were planning maybe this year. And then this year we came in, started really strong. We started in Mammoth, California, Mammoth Lakes, California. Got some altitude training. And yeah, Coach said we had a conversation at the beginning of the season where we kind of talked about what we wanted to accomplish this season. And I think we just carried that energy throughout the entire season, training really hard and keeping our heads high, maybe if things were not going quite as well as we wanted. And yeah, we just brought it all the way to the end and finished strong. So yeah, it feels good.
Coach, how do you handle the pressure of nationals as a coach? How do you convey the confidence to your team and also measure the impact of your coaching beyond race results?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something we talk about, week after week as we continue to get through meets is you can't really play defense in our sport. You can't control what other people are doing. I think that was what we experienced at the conference meet, was we had a good day, but somebody had a better day. And, you can't really control that. So I think at the end of the day, the results are going to be what they're going to be. Now, I think if we put our best foot forward and, if we compete really hard and walk off the course with an effort that we're really proud of, then we're probably going to have a result that we're really proud of too. So I think it's really keeping perspective about, what does our best effort look like and are we giving our all? And I think then the results will follow. And, I think we have a good opportunity to go to this national meet, and with it being the first time in program history, these guys are going to set the bar for, future programs to come. And, everybody's going to be talking about, oh man, remember those guys from 2024 and, can we beat them? Can we do better than that? So I think that's what we're going in there with the mindset of hey, let's set the bar high, let's give our best effort and do something we're proud of.
Noah, running is obviously a physically challenging sport, but it's also very mentally challenging. How do you prepare for big races and help your teammates also prepare for big stages like nationals?
Yeah, so there's 2 energy systems with running. You have your mental, emotional, and you also have your physical. And ultimately, we're running the same distance that we ran 2 weeks ago. So just telling the guys hey, it's just another race. Obviously the stakes are a little bit higher, but just trying to keep them calm and collected, and knowing that we've been in this situation before. I think that's key, and just realizing that it's really just the same thing. We're just running, just putting one foot in front of the other.
Landon, kind of a similar question for you. So looking forward to this race, how do you alleviate some of the pressure of performing at such a high level, being such a young member of the squad?
Well, I think it's good to have good role models. Like we have Noah and a couple of the other older gentlemen on the team, and just looking up to them and seeing how they handle the pressure. And also, I just think, like, being in such a large group going, I think it's easy to just kind of think of it kind of not like a vacation, but it'll be a fun time for sure. And I think that helps alleviate the maybe stress or uncomfortableness that you might feel doing something so large. It's such a big deal. So, yeah.
Coach, what does the stride at nationals mean for you as a program? You just talked about how you want this team to be looked back upon. So what does that mean for this team? And what do you think that these runners have put in this season to really get their stamp on this program?
Yeah, it's like these guys have worked really hard, and I think up to this point it's like they've already done so much to leave their stamp. But I think like I said before, these guys make so many sacrifices and are so disciplined. You have to be to compete at this level. But I think that's the thing is I think they're setting themselves up for success this next week.
Noah, how do you prepare yourself for different courses and the schedule throughout the year, and how, as an older member, do you use your experience to help younger members?
Yeah, obviously Coach helps us out a lot. Having a course map or seeing race videos from prior years, we can sit down and watch how races played out, and a lot of times it'll be similar runners from year to year. So just watching race film, understanding that moves are going to be made around this point of the course, and just letting the guys know, hey, this is going to be a key part. We need to focus in, because it's really hard to focus in for a 30-plus minute race. So knowing that, okay, right here I need to dial in and just focus on the guys ahead of me, and knowing when moves are going to be made, or expecting when moves are going to be made.
Lastly, Landon, can you share a moment from this season that was particularly inspiring or memorable for you that really proved to you how special this team was and the successes that it has?
Yeah. I guess kind of a big one. I guess this is a 2-week period, I guess. But the time in between our conference meet and then our regional meet, we were going into conference, not expecting, but we had the goal of winning, and coming away with second place, I guess was just, I guess it kind of left a bad taste in our mouths, but I think we all brought it back, and we kept our heads high, and just our training was going well, very well, and it just was so nice to see us stay positive and stay motivated, because we knew we had a bigger goal in the end. So, and then we came back and ran our regionals and did very well. So, and then ultimately it led us to get to nationals. So, yeah, I think that was a highlight.
Thank you guys, and good luck this weekend. This has been an inside look into Oiler cross country as they take on the NCAA Division II National Championship this weekend.